TCCSA for this wonderful initiative, for this thoughtfulness that they're doing. And this is not something which, although it's new and it hasn't happened before, this is not something that hasn't crossed the minds of federal, provincial, as well as other politicians and other stakeholders. It just took some folks with, I would say, backbone and people that are coming on board in order to make this happen. I remember when I was Parliamentary Secretary to HRSDC that we talked about this, and the Citizenship and Immigration Committee that I belong to, and hopefully I'll be Vice Chair next week when we go back, there's also talk about this, that to give the immigrants the tools so they hit the ground running in Canada. Because a lot of us have misconception as when we were coming to Canada. A lot of us have misconception that as soon as you arrive here, you're going to find the streets paved with gold. I mean, it reminds me of a story that I heard. The guy arrives in Halifax, and it's Friday night, and he says, oh, the streets are paved with gold. He gets off the boat, and there's $20 down on the ground. He kicks it, and he says, heck, I'm not going to start working until Monday collecting the money off the street. But that's not the issue here, folks. The fact is that we need to give the people abroad a sense of what it's like Canada, a sense of like when they come here, where they must go and what they must see and who they must partner up with. And I've looked at the website that Citizenship and Immigration has. This is not the provincial, this is I'm talking federal. And they've got the Foreign Credentials portal. And for those of you that have not navigated the Foreign Credentials portal, I welcome you to do that. And I welcome you to call the 1-800 number. That 1-800 number is nothing else but somebody in Service Canada, like somebody that answers the phone and says, well, these are your community partners. So I navigated that. I am a professional engineer by trade. I graduated at the University of Toronto as an industrial engineer. So last year I called up, picked up the phone, called them, and I said, okay, if I want to get some information, and they gave me some community partners in Scarborough Agincourt that these people didn't have a clue of what an industrial engineer was. These people did not know how to navigate me, and these people certainly would not have been able to help me should I have been a prospective immigrant. So the fact that we have an organization that's being proactive and going and doing this, I would say it's a welcoming sight. I congratulate them, and I think that this should be something that is more long-term, sustainable. Did you say anything now? I should have said he kicks it up. Well, folks, if I was the minister, federal minister, or if I belonged to the committee, one of the things certainly that we will be doing, because being in the steering committee of Citizenship and Immigration and the federal government, we're going to take this and sort of take a look at it. But I think there should be funding for long-term sustainable development of such initiatives. That we from Canada, we should partner, universities in Canada, colleges should partner with universities and colleges abroad, and say to people, there's going to be a course that you can take on this. And this is something that we've talked about when they invited me to be here. It's certainly something that we're going to be talking. When are we going again? So this is something that certainly is going to be a welcome opportunity. It's something that is a pilot project, and I think it needs us merit. And I think that it's all up to all of us, stakeholders, like TCCSA and other stakeholders, to push the federal government and certainly to talk to the provincial counterparts when we sort of like throw some money down to them.
You're allowed to be involved.
Yes. So things like this should be happening, and I think that not only should it be just one approach that once a year you go over there for a couple of days. I think should be long and developed and long lasting. So congratulations to you. I'm looking forward to traveling with you and certainly see how we can move this file forward and bring it to the Immigration and Citizenship Committee to recommend to the government that there's sustainable funding that comes your way in order for this to be not one-off or two-off, but a permanent solution. Thank you for having me.